going on, people? Welcome back to We Are Tottenham TV with me, Slav, today for this Tottenham Hotspur update video. And today I'm going to get straight into it. Tottenham have appointed Trevor Birch as the Director of Football Operations, which means he's leaving his role at Swansea City in the Championship and is going to come to Tottenham as the Director of Football Operations. He's very well known and very highly thought of in the football finance sector. He has had many stays. He's been at many clubs, rather. He's been at Chelsea, he's been at Sheffield United, he's been at Derby County, he's been at Leeds United, he's been at Everton, and he was actually instrumental in the proceedings of Roman Abramovich's takeover at Chelsea during that time. And he's, like I said, he's very highly thought of. He knows exactly what he's doing. A very intelligent guy, and it's rumoured that he specialises in takeovers and administration. And it doesn't look like Spurs are going into administration anytime soon. So, look, you never know. We can all dream. Obviously, Amazon have been doing a lot of work with us over the last year. So hopefully he can come in and do a good job. He doesn't stay very long at clubs either. His longest stint was at Sheffield United, where he was there for about 14 months. And I just think that he's obviously been brought in to do a job. And whatever that job may be, it's going to be a short-term job. And it's hopefully going to be a job that benefits the club financially, on the pitch, off the pitch. So we all wish him well in this new role, and let's hope he can bring something to Tottenham that Daniel Levy obviously sees is necessary. So that's that piece of news. Moving on to the Europa League, we were drawn obviously the other day against Lokomotiv Plovdiv of Bulgaria, and should Tottenham win that game in Bulgaria, they will travel to either Romanian side Botoșani or Macedonian side, and forgive me if I don't pronounce this right, Skendia. Both sides, obviously, another tie away from home, not really ideal for Tottenham and Jose Mourinho. I think we all wanted a home tie, but they're going to have to do more travelling across Europe. I have no idea about either of those, much about either of those two sides. Obviously, won't be easy going away from home to these places, but you would think that Tottenham and Jose have the necessary resources to get the job done, go there with no issues and come back with no issues and just be in the next round of the Europa League. Obviously, we will have 8 games in 18 days, which is not ideal, starting with Everton at home in the Premier League in about 10 days' time, followed by a trip to Bulgaria to play Plovdiv, then it's Southampton away, then it's the League Cup third round, then we have the Europa League 2 days later, then we have Newcastle at home, then we have the League Cup fourth round, should we be in that, then we have the Europa League, another qualifying round, should we get through the first two. And then to finish it off, a nice easy trip to Old Trafford to face Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's Manchester United. So it's a really tough start to the season, and I think we're just gonna have to just accept it and get on with it. It's obvious that we need a striker for these games. So far, I'm very happy with the transfer business being done at Spurs. Sensible signings, good value signings. Matt Doherty, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg and Joe Hart. Hopefully we can get a striker in. Maybe I wouldn't even mind if we got 2 strikers in, or another attacker alongside a striker, and maybe a centre-back as well. You wouldn't really complain about any more signings either. I think we just need a bit more depth in there, get rid of some of the deadwood and bring in some fresh faces to compete for places and to compete, especially a striker to compete with Harry Kane and to sort of give him a rest where needed, because you can't play Harry Kane 8 times in 18 days, and I don't think Lucas Moura and Heung-min Son are the answer either. But sticking with some transfer news, Serge Aurier, who it was rumoured that the door was now open for him to go following the arrival of Matt Doherty from Wolves. The move to AC Milan looked like it could happen, but that has now stalled today over a transfer fee. It's not like Daniel Levy to stall over a transfer fee, is it? So that one may not happen now, but Bayer Leverkusen are reportedly still interested in the Ivorian right back. For me, I think if we need the money to invest in other areas, I wouldn't mind if we sold him, if we got a good price, or if we're going to sort of invest that money into even another right back. But I just think that he isn't a bad backup option to have at right back, and I think hopefully not, but if Matt Doherty were to pick up a knock or miss the game, I think to be able to bring in someone like Serge Aurier is a good option to have. I know he has his flaws, you don't need to tell me twice about his flaws, but I just think he could be a good option as a backup right back. But obviously there's the foreign player list, and when you register in Europe and in the Premier League, could that play a factor? The player himself, Aurier, might want to just try a new challenge. But look, if we kept him, I don't think it would be the end of the world. I think it could be, like I said, a good option to have as a backup right back. Not many clubs in the league have 2 good right backs in the club. And obviously, if he does go, there are options, the likes of Jedson, Tanganga, Foyth, can all play at right back. We even saw Davinson Sanchez play at right back last season. So, look, you never know. But I think, in my opinion, it wouldn't be the end of the world if he stayed, and I don't think it would be the end of the world if he went either. So it's sort of a 50-50 toss-up there with Serge, and I think we'll just have to wait and see if Levy's going to play hardball on him or not. And just to finish off with as well quickly, Jermain Defoe has donated £5,000 to Wigan Athletic. Obviously, Wigan in a ton of financial trouble at the moment in League One. Or I think they might have even stayed in the Championship, but they were definitely deducted points. And you may remember back in 2009, Jermain Defoe hit them for 5 in a 9-1 win back in November 2009. And he's donated £5 grand, £1,000 for every goal that he scored against the Latics in that game, in hope to sort of keep the club afloat. And it's a great gesture by what is a great man and a great professional and a Tottenham legend. We all love Jermain Defoe, and to see him doing things like this is really, really great. So good on Jermain, good on JD for doing that as well to Wigan. And I just want to finish off talking maybe about even an option of a striker. Obviously, Callum Wilson and Josh King were both linked in recent days. Josh King is apparently not a target for Tottenham over here, and we haven't been in contact with his representatives. However, Callum Wilson potentially is a target and is available around the £17 million mark. So could that be an option for Tottenham up front? Would I take Callum Wilson? I think so. I think he's a good option to have, and he's a good striker. England international now, scored goals in the Premier League, had an injury-free season last year, albeit didn't have his best goal-scoring season in the year that Bournemouth were relegated. But I think he's a really good backup option to have. And I think we've just got to accept that we're not going to sign a massive player to play, because who's going to want to come and play second fiddle to Harry Kane? I think if you offered Callum Wilson, age 28, a chance to come back and play in the Premier League, a chance to play for Tottenham, a top club, a chance to play in Europe, which he hasn't done yet, a chance to play under Jose Mourinho. We've obviously got the facilities, the stadium, the training ground, the lot, playing with Harry Kane like he does at England. So I think in terms of Callum Wilson's point of view, I think it's a great option if he were to come to Spurs. And we were also offered Almeria striker Darwin Núñez, the Uruguayan striker. To be honest, I don't really know much about him. He looks the part and looks like he could be a great player. But again, we've signed strikers from Spain in the past that hasn't gone to plan. A certain Roberto Soldado comes to mind there. But that's it really for today. That's your Tottenham update. Hopefully in the next few days we sort of see more links to strikers, and hopefully we can get one in over the line. I think that's the next focus and that's the next target for the club. So thank you for watching, and as always, keep watching and like, subscribe, comment below. Let me know if there's any striker options you think we could get, and let me know your thoughts on Jermain Defoe, the Europa League draw, and what you think Trevor Birch's arrival at Tottenham means for the club. So like, subscribe, comment, and as always, come on you Spurs.